Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Let's Play of Krastorio 2, where we last episode just got most of our immersite crystals up and running. I just turned around one of these that you guys told me was going the wrong way, so everything's working now and all of this is going. So in today's episode, I have quite a few things I want to get done, but most importantly, I want to start to use the optimization tech cards. We've been working towards the AI cores for quite a while now, and now we should have everything we need to get it hooked up. So that is pretty much what I'm going for first, so we can start to get our singularity labs and our quantum computers, so we can start to make some new things. So for now, that is the start of this episode, and then we'll just see how it goes. So firstly, we'll need to find a spot for our AI cores. I don't know how many we need. Let's just check this one. What are you used for? Mostly for buildings, it seems. We don't need it in huge quantities. Oh, we need it for singularity tech cards, so we will need it in somewhat huge quantities. That should mean we should give it a cell of its own. Yeah, let's make an entire AI core cell just to have it stored up. So where should we make it? We could make it maybe over here, right next to a nitric acid, or we can make it over here. Let's do it over here. That's where we have, or maybe down here where we have a lot of other production. Let's expand out this way. Let's just put it right here for now. I don't think that's gonna go overly bad. So let's just take a little trip over here and see if we have most of the things we need. So luckily they aren't that hard to make. We have most of the things being produced right here. Probably not fast enough. As you can see, we did make the ratios a bit wrong on these. But yeah, most is going. It's not the perfect ratio, but it does give us some. Could probably make a second one of these just to have enough, because nitric acid, if we look at that one. Oh yeah, we're just making a ton of crystals at the moment, and I'm guessing as soon as that fills up, it will help quite a lot. Oh well. Let's look at that after we set this up. So, AI cores. Nitric acid in. That should be easy enough. We'll just use our standard build. Nitric acid out. Then in normal assemblers. We will hook them up as needed. So, I think something like this is our standard blueprint for this. We'll make AI cores right here. Put in a requester and a provider. Of course, then we can do, how fast are they? 16 seconds, so that does take a bit. So that means we don't really need overly fast inserters. There we are. And, oh wait, we should probably move them out to right there instead. For the simple reason that we can then do this. And there, and we can skip this one, I think. Yeah, this can cover all of it. Get some pipes down the middle. Get some loaders. Yeah, I think we're fine just doing 2. With an active requester and also an active provider and a requester chest. Doing this to get the barrels away. Yeah, I think this will be fine as a setup. Then we just need to hook it in. And as with all other things at the moment, I'm kind of trying to do it as big as possible. Makes 2 at a time. Will probably take a bit before it's filled up. If not, we can always do some logistics on it, saying that we'll always have 1,000. Is that a lot? Maybe 1,000 is good. Because if they stack to to 200 or 50, what it is, we will have him go at the same time. So what if we do this? You will only work if AI cores is less than 1000. That way we can make sure we don't have an insane amount being produced. And if we have some in the network, it means we can also just do this down this way. And if we move it up, we can have room for one more. Just doing this to plan it all out. We can always deconstruct it. Yeah, and my, what's called, achievements got reset. So that's why it's all going off again as soon as we get new things. So can we then put one next to this one? Move it over one. Or actually put it right next to it if we want to. It does give us enough room if we do this. Just gonna check how many we can fit in. That is a lot of AI cores. So what if this is a blueprint? I'll just deconstruct all again and then get it out. We'll have quite a bit stored in these. This needs probably not that many barrels. So maybe limit it to a few. Not to go completely crazy with how much we store. Would that be a thing to do? Would also give these, what's it called? Productivity modules. We should have quite a bit stored up at the moment, so let's try this. Just give me some of you, please. Give me 50. That way I have one stack. We only have 50, so is that enough to get all of these working? I'll just do one for now and just make sure we can expand it over. We do take productivity, that's actually not a bad idea to do this then. Because I know they'll be quite expensive in the future. So let's deconstruct all of you. That's overkill for now. Together with, oh, sorry. With this part. I think that'll be good to get away. So that means we have this little thing going. That we can easily expand. It's limited to 1000 storage. And we have productivity in it to just give us a bit more out of it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's just request some nitric. 100 might be a bit overkill. Let's just put it at 10 for now, because we don't need that much, to be honest. I'll go and unload, put it into these to have it. We'll have to, of course, remember to request all the things that we need. And there we are. I think that will be a somewhat good setup for this, and that should give us AI cores being produced. Not bad. That is actually quite good. How is it looking in terms of these? Because this has 4 slots instead of 2 for modules. That could save us a bit more in terms of resources. Also, we'll have to get the productivity modules up and running as well. For now, we'll just keep it at this. Could do one more expansion of this just to have the things we need. I think I'll just do that for now. Yeah. Let's take you, please, and place you down up here. Just to double this one for now. And if it's too much, we'll just move it again in the future. You can go away, please. And there we are. That should double our production of nitric acid. And that is fine. As soon as these become better or we do something to them, they might be able to consume a bit more than we are here at the moment. You take anything useful. You do take productivity for something. That could actually be a good way to do it. And just use some speed modules to increase how much they produce. But for now, let's just do this and see. Right now, I think it's this one that's consuming most of it. To get all of this produced. Don't know if this is overkill. but for now it's at least working. Let's leave that and set up the next part. And that is... Oh wait, did we always set up the AI cores? I think we already did for all the things, didn't we? Yes, now quantum labs are being built. That's a lot of AI cores already. Do we have that being done? Let's give us this one. And as soon as we have this, we should be able to hook it up down here with the rest of these. And I think there have been some kind of update to these. Or hasn't. I think there was something about some of these upgrading a bit. Well, let's try this. Let's give myself or us quantum computer. Just give me you, please. Just to see how it works. How fast are they crafting? At least they're almost done with one. That should be what we need to at least get this up and running. While that is going, if you look at tech cards, we'll have to start the next part, being using a space research data. So in here, blank tech cards, space research data, gives us optimization tech cards. That should be very easy to do. For now, let's just do it in this cell. I'd like to move you. Oh, you can't be cut. That's quite funny. I'll just place it down over here instead then. Because then I want to do something along these lines. Or not at all along these lines, but pretty much just a simple input. So taking this one, we'll just place it the same place. Over here. I think that'll be fine. That'll give us a blank tick card for this one. 5 a second. And this one needs 1 every half a second at the same crafting speed. So it should be, this one can support 10 of the other ones. My ratios might be off, but that is what we're going to try and go with. So let's see, we could go with this one. Or we can go with one that has the same layout as this to save 1 input chest. Let's try that. Instead, I think it could be good. But we need to worry about the biters in the future as well. They are getting a bit cheeky. So, oh, it's made in something else. Let's just make sure. Oh, that's what's making a quantum computer. That was silly of me. Luckily, we have that now. Where are they at? Were we making quantum computers? Or what were we making up here? Or is that the lab we were making? Oh, that has 3 minutes craft time. Okay. There we go. Now we have one. That was insane craft time. Oh well. That is fine. That, oh, that's a beefy boy. Let's just put it right here for now. You are the one that's needed for the next parts. Oh, and for utility. Have that changed down here as well then? Hopefully not. That these can still produce when needed. So let's see. Optimization tech cards. That needs 2 things in. That means I need crafting speed 20 seconds, so that is fine. So I kind of want them along these lines and hooked up with more things. So what if we do 1, 2? Also we'll do an in just like that, and then we'll have a second one over here as soon as it's built. And wait with these 2 then, so they don't just, oh well, it doesn't really matter. This little power pole, and we then copy paste down here as well if needed. We can, we probably could do it with 1 power pole instead, but I don't know if it's what's called, you can reach it long enough to make it modular. So let's just try with this for now. You'll just request There we go. That's going in. That's going to output. And we'll just change this one to... How many text cards do we have in storage? Ooh. That sounds pretty darn awesome. So we might limit how many they can output to this one. I think 200 might be a little... well, not a little, but not enough. Let's just, by the way, get some research going. Just want to get rid of some of these lower tier ones. But since we're holding 200 of all the other ones, we could do something along the same lines with this one. So we don't just buffer an entire chest. Let's try that. You will limit to 200. We could set it to 1,000 instead, because I know we'll need quite a lot in the future. We'll just do it in the outputs instead. Because then we have a small amount buffered in here as well. Shouldn't be that bad. So that is our optimization tech cards going. That's completely fine. Power-wise, we are still holding fine. How much do you consume? 1 megawatt. That's quite a bit of power. You can go away. So now that we have this, if you didn't look at you, can you consume it? No. We'll also need wherever it's being consumed. It's made in. It's probably consumed in one of these, I'm guessing. A singularity lab. That means we should probably set up some production for that one as well. If we haven't done it already, and I don't think we have. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, that's... Oh, that's corridors. So I was like, is that Singularity Labs? That would be insane. So, Singularity Lab, please request all of that. All of it is in storage. That is very good. That means you just need to wait another 3 minutes for one of these to be reduced. That is correct. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait for that. You are nitric acid as well. And you are slowly but surely filling up. And you do stack quite high. So, I think that's a good idea. We put in some, what's it called? Production things in them. Oh, wait. Oh, we do these as well. Just to save a bit on the amount of rockets we have to launch. Right now it is automated to only launch if we have, what's it called? Less than 1,000. That's when this one inputs. So I think it'll be fine. And this one will just slowly fill this one up. Yeah, look at that. It's going very nicely and we can easily keep up with the current production. So let's do this and that. So double labs producing at a somewhat decent speed. That I can't complain about. These are all just getting annihilated along the walls. That looks insane. I think this is the worst border we have. That's quite bad. So the bites are trying to get in, but they have no chance as of right now. Speaking of biters, I might want to do something about them in a not so distant future. And by that I want to try and use air purifiers at some point. I think it could be a good way to reduce the pollution, because this is quite bad and the bites us yeah, trying to do a few things. Luckily we have some turrets keeping them at bay, so I can't complain about that. Might just move you a small amount. And I get you down here to our southern border instead, just to clear out a bit of what's right here. I think that'll be fine. So that's going. We're waiting for our Singularity Labs. Let's lab. That's a lab. This gave me a few because I need to see how it works. And it is slowly being produced right here. Good. So while that is going, we can look at one of the next things we'll have to look at. Right now we have all of our optimization tech cards, but to continue down the tech tree, the next thing we'll need is matter. That means we'll have to look at lithium as well as the one thing we're missing to make matter tech cards. So that should actually not be too bad. So lithium is all we need. How is the lithium made? If we just have a quick look. Lithium with lithium chloride. And it's hydrogen chloride and mineral water. Quite glad that we have mineral water in the base already. So we should be able to set that up somewhat easy in the coming episodes. For now, I want to try this one first. And I think we'll just put it right next to these ones. Or give it its own cell. Not quite sure yet what would be the best solution. I'm missing any kind of tech cards at the moment. No, all these should be running. So that is actually just fine with the amount of time it takes. Get your way, please. Let's clear out some of this we have stored in our inventory. I have quite a bit of junk at the moment, but yeah, not really much we can do about it. You got as well. Oh wait, can't. So right now I'm just waiting for the Singularity Lab so we can set up that one. Let's just check here. Wow, you are insanely slow. Could add speed modules to it. Do you take productivity? Of course you don't. Intermediate product. So that is fine. All of this as well is running very smoothly. We have things in storage getting put in whenever we need it. So that is good. Iron is still good. Mineral water is good. Stone. Oh yeah, we have a huge iron outpost down here. So no trouble at the moment. The rest is just filling up nicely. We could add productivity to this. What if we add productivity? Could we then double what we have here? We fit 2 more here. We can fit in... Oh wait, we can do it like this. Overlap a small amount. Also smooth things up 1. Then we'll have to overlap it over here as well with an output. Hope we fit in double and just productivity it. Okay, let's give this a try, guys. I'm not quite sure if it'll work or not. Then we just need the blue to come down here. Of course, it will need us to remove one of these. Or move everything up 1. Oh well. It's fine. We'll look at in the future. But I think it is possible to do. What do you guys think? Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. So for now, let's set up this one. Does it take... That takes quite a bit of room. Can we fit in another... 1, 2, 3. We can just barely fit in another one right here. You'll of course get... Oh, you can get 4 modules. That's not bad. And you can use a ton of things as well. So that means we'll have to get a new requested chest in here. Let's do it here for now. And... get in just a power pool here for now. How fast are you? Crafting speed, no. Spec 4. Doesn't say, oh, speed 1.4. So that's actually not that fast. So in you'll hold something onto this one is built. That is completely fine. Or do this for now. And you'll request production, utility, and optimization. Let's see here. Production. Let's give 20 like everything else. Utility. Optimization. Let's need the other two as well then. So, yeah, matter, advanced, and singularity. Matter, advanced, and singularity. There we are. That should be all of our text in this one. It also means we can start to research this one, get this one done, and get ready for the matter tech cards in a future episode. And I think that will be the best solution for this one. This is quite nice having all of this. These can just kind of chug along while we're working on it. Better plates needed for the advanced tech cards, so that is something we'll work towards as well. But I also need some matter tech. That will just be something we'll wait for in the future. Yeah, I think this is quite nice. It's at least working as intended. This is slowly chugging along. We can always expand it out. But for now at least, things are just producing. So speaking of a future episode, did we ever set up air purifiers? We have them at least in storage, so they can be used. They're being crafted. How about... Let's see, that is the air purifier. We have the filter as well. Air filter. Yeah, so we have the pollution filter, we have the air thing. So in the future we can easily set up something. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe just doing it in the bottom right of every cell. At least every cell that it fits into, because that is normally the place I have the least amount of things going through. So that is what I want to try and do. Could probably be as soon as next episode. I don't think that would be a bad plan. So just to give you a bit of taste for that, let's try and set something up. So what if we do this? Please give me air purifiers. Give me a few for now, just so I can show you. And let's get a few filters as well, so you can see what I'm planning on doing. They will give us use filters that we'll have to take care of, but that should be easy enough. So if we do it right here, 1, 2, 3, and right there, along this line, or maybe along the bottom, we should be able to fit in some requested chests and some active providers. We'll then do here, here, there, and there. And you'll just kind of request what is needed for this one. And that is pretty much just air purifiers. Pollution filters. Just get... Don't really want that many in storage. So what if we just do 2? Robots should be able to deliver them. Oh, deliver 10 at a time, so it's fine. That means this will pretty much be something we can stamp down in the corners of every cell, starting to clear out pollution. They do take a bit of power, not that much, but we will have to watch that our power can handle this. Right now we are completely coal powered. That has the advantages and disadvantages. So that's at least something we'll have to keep an eye on. maybe trying to go into some of the other setups going forward. Don't know how it looks in terms of solar. We could actually also make solar at the moment, just to make a few solar fields and maybe a few accumulators. I'll just have to do a bit of math on the ratios, because it is, I think, a bit differently than vanilla or unmodded Factorio, so we'll have to look at that. But at least we have all we need for solar panels, so we should probably set something up next episode as well. But that is all in a future episode. I think this is a somewhat decent place to end this episode. We got our things set up, producing our optimization tech cards. We also got our lab set up that can request them. And next episode, we'll probably have the matter tech card done. And then we can start to do a bit with the air filters, so we can clear out some of this and get a bit of resources back, because there is, when we do this with dirty water, some dirty water comes out that we can use to make whatever we need, which is quite nice. So we'll probably set that up as well. That is at least what I want to do at the moment. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to sub. It means a lot to me. And with that, I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.